Good morning. Good morning, everyone. I'm Spot on Weather meteorologist Matthew Euler. Welcome to my latest video. We're going to look at the daily forecast here issued on the 30th of October, 2025. We're getting close to the big day for the trick-or-treaters. And I'll even take a look at some past Halloween temperatures and precipitation in today's video. Let's take a look at the sky here. I took this picture earlier this morning before 8 o'clock, and this is what the sky looked like across looking to the east in Virginia Beach. And you see a lot of cumulus-looking clouds here, a lot of low clouds. You have some mid-level clouds above the low clouds. You can't really see the mid-clouds necessarily. I guess you can see a little bit over here, some alto cumulus above these low-level cumulus. But these clouds were moving generally from the south toward the north as Hampton Roads was located there with southerly winds out ahead of an approaching cold front. So we're seeing a lot more in the way of a very changeable sky this morning across Hampton Roads. You may have noticed driving around the area in the southerly winds and this warmer, moist air mass that you're seeing a much more changeable sky over short time periods. In fact, we've got a few showers after I took this picture as the sky got gray and thickened up a bit. And now it's broken again, kind of like this. All right, so my main weather headlines for today's video. We're looking at dry, cooler, and breezy conditions for Halloween for tomorrow, with high temperatures into the lower 60s across the Hampton Roads cities. We will see cool temps tomorrow evening for trick-or-treating hours. We'll see temperatures dropping from 57 degrees down to 52 degrees during those trick-or-treating hours tomorrow. So ensure you got a light jacket for all your trick-or-treaters, something long sleeve, as well as for the parents that go out with the kids. Make sure that you're ready for the cooler, chillier Halloween evening tomorrow. We will see dry and pleasant weather for the upcoming weekend here on the 1st and 2nd of November to kick things off for the month of November. Looking great, lots of sunshine. We'll see high pressure in control across the area. And again, as a reminder, remember to set the clocks back 1 hour before you go to sleep on Saturday night. Then we will see a weak cold front drop through the area late Monday, the 3rd of November, with slightly cooler air behind it. And there are signs of a more progressive pattern beyond the 7th of November, with troughs and ridges quickly moving from west to east into and out of the area. I know, some of the ensembles are showing milder air by the middle of November, but in between the 7th and the 15th there, it looks like some transient type troughs and ridges in and out of the area. When we have the ridges overhead, there'll be a brief warm up, and then when the troughs move in, pushing surface cold fronts through, it'll cool down again. So kind of an up and down temperature pattern beyond the 7th of November there. Looking at the visible satellite imagery from this morning, the red L indicates the center of surface low pressure right around West Virginia area. We do have a lot of southerly winds in the atmosphere, allowing these clouds to basically move from eastern North Carolina into eastern Virginia. And within these bands of clouds, we are seeing some scattered showers this morning. We do see a lot thicker cloud coverage up towards Pennsylvania, eastern Pennsylvania, more of a lumpy texture in the visible imagery to these clouds, indicating showers and even some thunderstorms embedded within these showers, these heavy showers up into eastern PA and parts of northwestern New Jersey this morning. We do see a lot of cloud coverage on the backside of the surface low pressure area. Pretty much all of Ohio is socked in with clouds, as well as much of Kentucky, eastern Tennessee as well as clouds extending all the way down through much Alabama to the Florida Panhandle this morning. There are some breaks in the clouds across the Carolinas, so you are seeing some sunshine with some scattered clouds across parts of North and South Carolina this morning. The overall observations on the right-hand side with the radar showing, again, the heaviest showers and thunderstorms up to the north, up towards eastern Pennsylvania, parts of Maryland, and also parts of New Jersey this morning. We do see some scattered showers there along the immediate coastline of southeast Virginia, including Hampton Roads down through northeast North Carolina. We do see a break in the precipitation and drier conditions there across central North Carolina down to central South Carolina. And then on the backside of the surface low across West Virginia into western Ohio and parts of eastern Kentucky, we're seeing some more showers. We look at the temperatures overall. We have generally upper 60s at the Norfolk International Airport this morning, 62 degrees over at Richmond, 53 degrees at Charlottesville, only 51 degrees at Roanoke, and then we see 55 degrees at Danville, Virginia. We also see some cooler temperatures up to the north in Pennsylvania. The temperature is 44 degrees, generally over the eastern portion or the western portions of Pennsylvania. So what's going to happen over time, if we look at these weather observations on the right as well, the bottom left number is the dew point temperature. And you'll notice with the southwesterly flow into Hampton Roads, it's a little bit muggier out there with the dew points climbing into the lower 60s. So 63 this morning was a dew point at the Norfolk Airport, dropping to 60 at Richmond. It drops down to 52 degrees there in Charlottesville for the dew point. And even further to the southwest here across North Carolina, we have dew points at Raleigh-Durham down to 55 degrees. Dew points out towards Greenville, Spartanburg, down to 49 degrees. So we have drier air positioned to the southwest, and dew points are even in the upper 40s across South Carolina. So as the cold front moves through here early this afternoon, this drier air will move in. Looking at national temperatures this morning across the United States, we do see the milder air streaming up from eastern North Carolina through eastern Virginia up towards Washington, D.C. area into New Jersey, even all the way up towards eastern Massachusetts, where the temperature is 57 degrees this morning in Boston, 58 degrees right there in Connecticut, and 62 degrees in southern New Jersey, 57 degrees in the southeastern PA, 65. I mean, you see where the green is here. This is the southerly winds out ahead of the surface low pressure over West Virginia. Those southerly winds are bringing in much milder temperatures along the immediate coastlines of the mid-Atlantic. Above normal, or not above normal, excuse me, warmer temperatures, I should say, are currently in place this morning across Miami at 71 degrees, Key West at 78 degrees. Conditions have finally cooled off across South Texas, finally. Pleasant temperatures this morning across Houston at 51 degrees. And then even down to southern Texas, your temperatures have dropped now into the low to mid 50s. So big changes from the previous videos I've shared with you with where the warmer temperatures were in South Texas. They are no longer there. We see pretty cold air across southwestern Montana into parts of eastern Idaho, western Wyoming this morning, down into western Colorado. In fact, there's a temperature of 12 degrees across northwestern Wyoming right now. Additionally, we see some milder temperatures across southern Arizona into southern California. Looking at the forecast now, 500 millibar height anomalies on the left for Halloween tomorrow, everybody. The big days arrive for the kids. We see a close to upper level low south of Alaska with a trough axis extending southward into the northeastern Pacific. An upper level ridge will be located from Northern California up through Oregon and Washington state. The ridge axis extending north into parts of Alberta, Manitoba, and Saskatchewan areas of Canada. We'll see a trough positioned from the Midwest over towards the Mid-Atlantic. A closed upper level low will be located for tomorrow across parts of northern New York State with the trough axis extending into eastern Virginia. The subtropical Azores high is positioned across the central North Atlantic. We have ridging extending northwest across the northwestern portions of the Atlantic with the upper level closed low and troughing there across just to the east-southeast of Greenland. On the right-hand side, our precipitation forecast for Halloween. We see rain moving into parts of northwestern Washington state for Halloween afternoon. So might want to have an umbrella handy across Seattle for trick-or-treating tomorrow evening. We see scattered showers also across parts of the Dakotas into Minnesota and to the upper portions of Michigan into northern Wisconsin. More steady rain on the backside of a 979 millibar low the rain will be moving into parts of New York State and into parts of Vermont. So you may want to have an umbrella for all those witches and goblins across New York State tomorrow evening, and also an umbrella handy across the Dakotas into southern and central Minnesota, and definitely across the Seattle area. Elsewhere, looking great for trick-or-treating anywhere from Nevada to California, the Four Corners region, Colorado and New Mexico. Texas looks great. Kansas, Oklahoma, Missouri, Arkansas, as well as the deep southern U.S. there, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia. Florida looks great, as well as the Mid-Atlantic up towards Hampton Roads. Looking at now climatology for the past Halloweens, these are the high temperatures I dug out. These were the temperatures recorded, the high temperatures at Norfolk International Airport, going back to 1980. So I just wanted to push it back about 45 years or so. You can see what these high temperatures are. If I put the blue coloring, the bold blue coloring, that indicates some of the coolest Halloween. So 1988, the high temperature was just 57 degrees on Halloween. 2002, it was really chilly. It was only 48 degrees for a high temperature on Halloween across Hampton Roads. 2012, the high temperature was only 57 degrees. And then back in 2020, it failed to reach 60 degrees. It was at 59 degrees for a high then. Some of the warmer Halloweens going back to 1980 includes 1994, where the high temperature reached 80. Reached 80 degrees again back in 2004. And 2019 is one of the warmest. It is the warmest Halloween since 1980. The high reached 86 degrees on Halloween in 2019. Get your shorts and short sleeves out and your shorts when you're going out on that Halloween for sure. That was a warm one. And then even last year, 2024 on Halloween, we saw a high temperature of 82 degrees. So quite a change in the temperature forecast between last Halloween last year and even this Halloween, where the temperatures will be a good 19 degrees cooler than what it was last year. If we look at the precipitation of Halloween as well as the low temperatures for Norfolk, Virginia, now this data was provided by the National Weather Service Wakefield office, and it was taken from the Norfolk Automated Surface Observing System, the ASOS, which you'll find this is just an automated system of observations. This goes up through 2019 is when it ends. But let's go back a little bit even further than 1980 on the ASOS data. So 1970 for Norfolk, Halloween, it was 67 degrees for a high. You see some of the other high temperatures. Look at the late 1970s. The high temperature on Halloween in 1977, 65 degrees, 64 degrees on 1978, and 63 in 1979. And even in 1980-81, it was 62 and 61 degrees. So there was a stretch from 1977 Halloween to about 1981 Halloween where the temperatures were primarily in the lower to middle 60s for highs during Halloween. And then just some of the other data here on the right-hand side shows you the blue coloring here shows some of the chillier temperatures. If you notice, in 2011, by Halloween, the low temperature was 38 degrees. The green areas indicate the precipitation amounts. So when you see all zeros in this column with the green boxes, that indicates no precipitation fell. So going back to 1970, I guess here, we see some of the wetter Halloweens were 1992, where almost an inch of rain fell. We do see 0.67, 67 100ths of an inch fell on Halloween in 1989. 51 100ths of an inch, just over half an inch of rain fell on Halloween 1985 in Norfolk. And then also the same for 2011. There's a lot of dry Halloweens in here, right? There's a lot of zeros on these Halloweens. So it doesn't necessarily rain a lot on Halloween itself, especially during trick-or-treating time. We'll go back to the forecast for the 500 millibar height anomalies on the left for the 1st of November. This would be this Saturday. We see a deep closed upper level low south of Alaska into the Gulf of Alaska with the trough axis extending southward into the Northeast Pacific. An upper level ridge will extend southwest to northeast from California up through Idaho into Montana and parts of central Canada. An upper level trough will be located from northern Illinois with a trough axis extending down through central Missouri, parts of eastern Oklahoma. All the blue coloring goes all the way from New England down the coast to the mid-Atlantic through Florida. Closed upper level low and troughing there just generally to the east, or actually just to the south of Greenland for this Saturday afternoon. We do see the Bermuda Azores high with bridging extending into the eastern portions of the North Atlantic. The right-hand side, this is the precipitation forecast to kick off the month of November. This Saturday, November 1st, we see rain into portions of western Oregon, into parts of Washington State, some higher elevation mountain snows across southwestern Canada. A 1027 millibar high will be positioned over south central Nebraska with some scattered showers for Saturday afternoon across eastern Iowa, into portions of lower Michigan and right around the Chicago area, some scattered rain showers for Saturday afternoon, as we see an upper level trough digging across the Midwest. This weak upper level trough may be enough to kick off those showers. We also will see some showers out ahead of the trough axis into Arkansas and into parts of western Kentucky, as well as some scattered showers into eastern Texas and western Louisiana. Dry conditions for this Saturday afternoon, generally from Montana through Wyoming, Utah, Colorado, Arizona, New Mexico, and California, as well as Nevada. Notice these tightly packed black solid lines across New England. That indicates strong winds, generally across Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine, down to Massachusetts for Saturday. Looking now at the temperature anomaly forecast for tomorrow for Halloween afternoon. Warmer than normal temperatures for Halloween across the western U.S. Temperatures running anywhere from 2 to 4 degrees above normal. Across Southern California, we see above normal readings into Nevada, parts of Arizona, New Mexico. The blue coloring indicating below normal temperatures across eastern Montana, eastern Wyoming, and eastern Colorado. Portions of Nebraska, also into South Dakota, North Dakota, and southern Minnesota. Temperatures there will be running anywhere from 3 to 8 degrees Fahrenheit below normal. Below normal readings up and down the eastern seaboard. Again, another chilly Halloween for north and central Florida. Temperatures will be running anywhere from 9 to 13 degrees below normal for Florida, for much of Florida for Halloween this year. We do see below normal readings extending up towards Virginia, Pennsylvania, as well as New York State. It's looking quite mild for Halloween across Maine. Temperatures are running 9 to 13 degrees above normal as the low pressure will be located to your west tomorrow, so that's going to produce more of a southeast wind into Maine and milder temperatures. The right-hand side, forecast temp anomalies for this Saturday, the 1st of November, showing the warmest temperatures across the western United States. East of the Rocky Mountains, we start seeing the blue color show up across Kansas, Oklahoma, into Texas, Nebraska, Iowa, Missouri, Arkansas, Louisiana, as well as the southeastern U.S. and into Florida. We see below normal readings into the Carolinas, into Virginia, and then northward into Pennsylvania, New York State, Vermont, New Hampshire, as well as Massachusetts. And by Saturday afternoon, we see the temperatures are now cooling down across Maine. Looking at the forecast, 500 millibar height anomalies on the left for this Sunday, the 2nd of November, 2025, we see troughing, the green and blue colors, upper level trough extending across the northeastern Pacific. Meanwhile, a closed upper high will be positioned across northern Mexico with the ridge axis extending northward into parts of Utah and Colorado. We notice a little bit more of these black solid lines, these height contours, that they're more oriented west to east, so more zonal winds west to east. We notice the flattening of the ridge that has been really persistent across the northern plains up into central Canada. It's finally being replaced by this trough that's moving in from the west. A trough will also be located across parts of Tennessee down into Mississippi, Alabama, the trough axis extending down into the Gulf of America. So we'll watch this little trough as it approaches the East Coast for Monday. I know some of the modeling has actually been toying with the idea of a surface low pressure system kicking off the Georgia, South Carolina coast. So we'll continue to watch that. Upper level troughing will be in place across the North Atlantic, southeast of Greenland, and then we see the strong Bermuda Azores high here extending, ridging to the north across the eastern North Atlantic once more for Sunday. Precipitation outlook on the left. or rather on the right, excuse me. Here's a precip outlook here on the right showing mountain snows across southwestern Canada, just widely scattered showers along the Washington coast. We do see a 1029 millibar high pressure system there over northeastern Texas. Dry conditions for Sunday if you got outdoor plans for the Midwest, Illinois, Iowa, Missouri, up to Wisconsin. We do see a new front taking shape across northern Minnesota and across North Dakota into parts of southern, southeastern Montana. We see a new front taking shape, cold front. So we do see some colder air coming down into central Canada behind the cold front. We do see some scattered showers in association with the upper trough across eastern Tennessee into western North Carolina, eastern Kentucky into West Virginia for Sunday afternoon. But just some light scattered showers there with the trough. Looking now at the forecast height anomalies, 500 millibar height anomalies on this left-hand side for Monday, the 3rd of November, 2025, showing troughing across the northeastern Pacific. Continuing, we see the closed upper high elongated more west to east into south and western Texas. Upper level above normal heights there and ridging across Colorado, Kansas, Nebraska, and Wyoming for Monday afternoon. And we see troughing generally extending from northwestern Canada through the central portions of the country, right on in just south of the Hudson Bay area. A weak upper level trough will be positioned across southern Georgia into the northeastern Gulf. And then we also see closed upper level low and troughing across the North Atlantic, generally to the south and east of Greenland. The Bermuda Azores high at 594 decameter high. The Bermuda Azores high will be ridge axis will change orientation, shifting more from southwest to northeast. Right-hand side, precipitation outlook for this next Monday, the 3rd of November, showing some scattered showers and some higher elevation scattered snow showers across Washington state. Some scattered showers also across eastern Oregon into parts of Idaho, looking dry across California, as well as Arizona, New Mexico, Colorado, and Utah, right in this zone in the southwestern U.S. dry. 1029 millibar surface high pressure now positioned over northern Mississippi, and we do see some cooler air moving in generally north of this cold frontal boundary. This cold front will be located generally across parts of the Ohio Valley. So we see much chillier air and stronger northwesterly winds across northern Minnesota into Wisconsin, into Michigan, as well as some colder northwesterly winds blowing over Lake Erie into western New York State. Still not quite cold enough on Monday afternoon, though, for lake effect snow just yet. So you're going to get more of those lake effect rain showers into places like Buffalo for Monday afternoon. We also see some rain showers across eastern and northern portions of New York State into southeastern Canada. Looking dry for Hampton Roads, Virginia, North Carolina, down to Georgia. And we'll see some scattered showers and thunderstorms across southern Florida for Monday, the 3rd of November. Looking at the forecast temp anomalies on the left now for this Sunday, the 2nd of November, you can clearly see where the warmest temperatures will be from California, Nevada, the Four Corners region, up towards Wyoming, western Dakotas, western Nebraska, as well as into central and eastern Montana. We see below normal temperatures continuing across eastern Oklahoma, eastern Texas, extending our way eastward into Tennessee, Kentucky, right along the Ohio River, slightly below normal temperatures for Sunday afternoon, as well as parts of West Virginia. We see slightly cooler than normal temperatures across Maine into parts of Vermont and northern New York State, and slightly milder than normal conditions across New Jersey and new portions of northeastern Pennsylvania. The right-hand side forecast temp anomalies for this next Monday, the 3rd of November, 2025, showing above normal temperatures across the southwestern United States, Nevada, California, temperatures running 10 to as much as 17 degrees above normal, as well as above normal readings across the Four Corners region, southern Idaho, western Wyoming. Another pocket of warmer temperatures will extend from the Dakotas through Minnesota, where temperatures will be running anywhere from 9 to as much as 15 degrees Fahrenheit above normal. We are looking cooler than normal there from Louisiana northeastward to Tennessee, Kentucky, West Virginia, up to western New York State. And we also see below normal temperatures, slightly cooler than normal across the Carolinas, Georgia, down into Florida for Monday, the 3rd of November. Look at the forecast 500 millibar height anomalies now on the left for Tuesday, the 4th of November, showing a deep upper level trough across the northeastern Pacific. We do see this upper level high with the orientation of the ridge more west to east now across the southern U.S., specifically ridging into Texas and into western Louisiana. A weak upper level trough will be exiting the southeast coast. And we do see a lot of closed upper level lows and troughing across the Arctic areas north of North America. We do see below normal heights and troughing there into southeastern Canada, into portions of Maine as well, and also a closed upper level low to the southeast of Greenland, with the trough axis extending south from it across the North Atlantic. The right-hand side, precipitation forecast for Tuesday, the 4th of November, showing some scattered showers into parts of Idaho and western Montana. Also scattered showers across western Washington state and parts of southwestern Oregon and northwestern California coast. We do see some blue and some snow showers across the southwestern portions of Canada. Looking dry across the southwestern U.S. as well as Texas, the southern plains, up to the Dakotas and Nebraska looking dry. The Midwest is looking dry for next Tuesday, the 4th of November. A 1028 millibar high pressure system will be over Kentucky. So looking dry across the mid-Atlantic for next Tuesday. We do see some scattered showers and storms across South Florida, working their way over the open waters of the southwestern North Atlantic. And we do see below really chilly air and some below normal temperatures poking into parts of New England, New York State, Vermont, New Hampshire, Connecticut, Massachusetts, up to Maine. Scattered rain and snow showers across southeastern Canada. Forecast 500 millibar height anomalies on the left for next Wednesday, the 5th of November, 2025. We got troughing, that persistent troughing, the green and the purple colors here across the northeastern Pacific. Now, as this trough digs, though, across the northeastern Pacific and the Gulf of Alaska, it's going to allow this ridge to build out ahead of it. The deeper the trough digs here in the northeast Pacific, the stronger the heights build downstream from the ridge, or downstream from the trough, rather. So this ridge is really going to build, heights are building across Utah, Colorado, Wyoming, up through Montana and western Canada by next Wednesday. And then we see another trough, really deep trough and closed upper level low south of Greenland, just to the northeast of the Canadian Maritimes. We got a deep closed upper level low and troughing across the North Atlantic. We do see the remnants of the Azores subtropical high with its focus shifted more towards Western Europe. We look at the precipitation forecast here on the right-hand side. We see rain moving in out ahead of the trough axis into western Washington state, western Oregon, down in northern California for next Wednesday afternoon, the 5th of November. Some more mountain snows, higher elevation snows into western Canada. We see dry conditions across the Intermountain West, and we also see a 1,004 millibar low pressure system there on the Wisconsin-Michigan border, just south of Lake Superior by next Wednesday afternoon, with some rain showers to its north, rain showers also to its east across parts of the UP of Michigan. The 1025 millibar high will be located generally around Wilmington, North Carolina, and we will see dry conditions across the mid-Atlantic being influenced by this high pressure system. Some scattered showers across southern Florida, looking dry across New England. Look at the forecast temp anomalies on the left for next Tuesday, the 4th of November. Well above normal temperatures in the western United States associated with this ridging. Beneath the upper level ridges, we see drier conditions and above normal temperatures, and we're getting that beneath the ridge across Montana, Idaho, Wyoming, down to Colorado, Utah, New Mexico, and Arizona. Well above normal temperatures. We're talking 14 to as much as 20 degrees above normal beneath that ridge, that building ridge. We see milder temperatures also working their way eastward into Minnesota, Iowa, Missouri, Illinois. Temperatures there will be running anywhere from 9 to as much as 13 degrees above normal by next Tuesday afternoon. We see slightly below normal temperatures in the light blue colors along the coastal Carolinas and coastal Georgia down into Florida for next Tuesday, as well as some slightly below normal readings across southeast Texas, southern Louisiana, and the Gulf Coast area. Near normal temperatures across many parts of New England, occasionally above normal along the coast of New England for next Tuesday. For the forecast temp anomalies on the right for next Wednesday, the 5th of November, we still show well above normal temperatures across the western U.S. We do see well above normal temperatures expanding even further eastward and getting warmer across Iowa, Nebraska, Missouri, and Illinois, as well as southern Wisconsin and Minnesota. Temperatures will be running anywhere from 10 to 15 degrees above normal for afternoon high temperatures next Wednesday afternoon. We see warmer air also moving a little bit further to the east into western PA, Ohio, West Virginia, and Kentucky. Slightly above normal, 1 to 2 degrees above normal into southern Alabama, Georgia, as well as parts of the Carolinas and into Virginia. Slightly cooler than normal readings across Vermont, New Hampshire, Massachusetts, Connecticut, Rhode Island, and into Long Island itself. Other than that, near normal temperatures for New England. Looking now more specifically at the forecast for the next 7 days across Hampton Road cities in Virginia. For Halloween, it's looking great with mostly sunny skies. It's going to be breezy with those westerly winds kicking in tomorrow, as that low pressure is well to our northwest. But it's still enough of an influence where we have high pressure to the northwest. We have higher pressure building in from the southwest. The combined circulations around the high pressure to the southwest and that low pressure to the northwest is going to result in a stronger westerly wind. So it'll be a chilly, chilly Halloween, high of 62, dropping down to 42 degrees by Saturday morning. The Saturday looks great. Sunday looks great as well, mostly sunny skies. We're looking at high temperatures generally in the lower 60s. Overnight low for Sunday morning going to be quite chilly with ideal radiation and cooling in place, light winds, clear skies, dropping to 43 by Sunday morning. Now you notice the milder low temperatures from Monday and Tuesday morning into the low 50s. That's because we're going to be out ahead of the next approaching weak cold front. And so we're going to see a high of 64 on Monday with scattered clouds across the sky. But once that cold front passes late Monday, we'll see the temperatures drop slightly Tuesday and Wednesday, remaining in the lower 60s with lots of sunshine. And then next Thursday, we're looking dry, partly sunny skies, a high of 63. This is where you can find me, Spot on Weather Weebly. Type that in the Google search bar, Spot on Weather Weebly. Click on that first link, and this is my Spot on Weather web address. We also post daily forecasts for Hampton Roads on X. My handle EulerMatthew4, and here you can find me on Facebook at this location. All right, that's all I got for now, everybody. Hopefully you're having a great Thursday, and that's all I got. And until next time, take care and God bless everyone.